How to Create a Glitch Monologues Season 14 Chapter 7. This is Season 14 of How to Create a Glitch in the Matrix Monologues Episode 7. In this episode we will be talking about intentionality and body image. As indicated in a previous podcast, deference, that is, the acquiescence or consent to an exchange, manifested as postural releases in the face of the tonic in social exchanges, is preserved in muscle memory. That is to say, that individuals will act out the expectations of the tonic in response to this deference, during subsequent encounters with the tonic. In other words, emotional coupling produces time-displaced expectation matching in the dominant of the tonic's desires or impulses. Practically what this means is that the dominant will facilitate the impulses of the tonic well after their social exchange ends, so long as they continue to socially interact. From this we can see that expectations project intentions. What this means is that before we act, in the time between moments, in the seconds before we initiate or execute an action, there is a kind of projection of our bodies into the space between this moment and next. Likewise, as this type of intentionality is reflected in our muscle memory, we can say that it is not the mind which projects but rather the body itself. To the extent that the projected intention alters the body image of the actor, this too may be processed, so to speak, in the moments before an action. This can be seen with respect to physical exercise as well. As explained in a recent podcast, Season 14, Episode 3, physical exercise such as weightlifting enhances the physical territoriality of an actor. The space of physicality which surrounds our body is nothing more than the space in which we are able to project our intention into the future. But, exercise such as weightlifting also, by becoming repetitious, produces adjustments in our body image, alters our body mechanics, and eliminates many of the releasing postural adjustments which correspond to postural releases. Replacing the implicated motor memory of deferent actions plays a role, but so too does the reduction of our natural postural releases in response to social tension. A person who exercises in this fashion reduces their susceptibility to the expectations of the tonic by limiting the windows through which they might act further to deference. Thus a specific plan to exercise on a repetitive basis can concentrate the expectations that we produce and the intentionality we project. Further, they will integrate us, so to speak, within our cycles or rhythms of bodily activity. Although exercise is not a pathway to producing a glitch, necessarily, it can enhance one's ability to project one's intention and thereby enhance the potency of one's impulses. This can make the production of a glitch easier through the method of projecting an intention and changing one's execution at the last second as set out in Advanced Glitching of the Complete Series. Finally, actors will often alter their self-identification as a result of the impulses of others as a form of misdirection. It is not uncommon to become someone else in response to a social stressor. Thus, the projection of intention can have consequences for the self-identification of social actors within a social system. That's the end of the podcast for today. If you enjoyed it, please like, comment and subscribe.